If you've ever been told you had to choose between invisible and newest technology when it comes to hearing aids, you're not alone. For decades that was true, but Oticon just broke that rule with a new device called Zeal. It's tiny enough to disappear in your ear canal and smart enough to stream, adapt to your environment, and last all day on a single charge. This might be the most significant product I've seen in my 20 plus years as an audiologist. I'm Dr. Lane Garrett, founder of Timpanogos Hearing and Tinnitus in Utah, and today I want to give you my first look at this device, what makes it different and who it's right for, who it's wrong for, and what we've seen with our first patients using this. Custom hearing aids, the ones that fill more of your outer ear, have had Bluetooth and rechargeable batteries for years, but the truly invisible ones, the completely in the canal devices that sit deep in your ear canal so nobody can see them, those have always had limitations. A lot of patients come in concerned about appearance, and while receiver in the canal hearing aids are very discreet, some people don't want discreet. They want invisible. So they chose a traditional completely in the canal hearing device, and then 3 months later, they're back in the office frustrated because they can't stream phone calls, then their batteries keep dying at the worst times, or it just isn't helping enough in noisy places like restaurants. Larger custom hearing aids behind the ears and receiver in the canal devices have all had advanced AI processing and modern connectivity for years, but those tiny completely in the canal devices, they've always tried to play catch up because they're limited by size. And then there's another frustration. Most people don't think about this. With traditional custom in-canal devices, we take impressions of their ears, send them to a lab, and wait 10 to 14 days for them to come back. When they arrive, we hope they fit correctly, and if they don't, we start the whole process over again. Oticon took the exact same processing platform from their intent hearing aid that's been their premium behind the ear and receiver in the canal hearing devices for a year or two now and fit it into something that sits entirely in your canal. It has their second generation deep neural network AI processing that's been trained on millions of real world sounds, full connectivity, rechargeable batteries with 20 hours of use. And the Zeal allows us to have same-day fitting for most patients. The real engineering breakthrough here is how the Oticon Zeal was built. Instead of the old method, where you build a shell and squeeze the parts in, they designed everything from the inside out as one solid, sealed structure. It's the same manufacturing approach used in things like pacemakers. This makes it far more durable than most tiny in-the-ear devices. In fact, it's rated IP68, which means it's very resistant to moisture and dust. Now, you don't want to go scuba diving with it, but sweat, humidity, and getting them wet really isn't going to be a problem. And because the battery and all of the components are sealed, there's no risk of corrosion or damage over time. Quick favor, if this has been helpful so far, hit that like button and subscribe. I break down hearing technology and real patient questions twice a week, and it's the best way is to stay ahead of what's new. The Zeal runs on Oticon's Sirius platform with Deep Neural Network 2.0 AI-powered sound processing that gives you access to sound from all directions. Their approach doesn't create a narrow beam that only focuses on what's directly in front of you. Instead, it uses the ear's natural shape and artificial intelligence to help your brain focus on what matters most while maintaining full awareness of your sound environment. The Zeal also has More Sound Intelligence 3.0 for environmental adaptation and sudden sound stabilizer to keep sudden sounds comfortable. All automatic. In Oticon's testing, they found the Zeal could make speech up to 6 decibels clearer in background noise and reduce the noise itself by up to 12 decibels. To put that in real terms, 6 decibel clearer speech can mean the difference between catching every word at a noisy dinner table versus constantly leaning in and guessing what someone just said. And 12 decibels less noise, that's like turning down the clatter of a restaurant by more than half without touching the volume on anything else. The Zeal has full Bluetooth connectivity, so whether you use an iPhone or an Android, you can stream calls, music, podcasts, and even these YouTube videos directly to your ear. It's also ready for something called Articast, which is a new technology that's beginning to roll out in places like theaters, churches, and airports. It'll let you connect your hearing aids directly to those sound systems, so you can hear everything clearly without needing any extra equipment or asking for special seating. Battery life of the Zeal is really impressive. You can get up to 20 hours on a full charge. If you forget to charge it overnight, just 15 minutes of charging gives you 4 hours, or you can get 8 hours if you leave it in there for 30 minutes. The portable smart charger gives you 3 full charges on the go, so if you're on a quick trip, you don't need to remember to bring your plug. If you've been avoiding hearing aids because of the cosmetic concerns, this could be your answer. The Zeal has been available in Europe for a few months now and has been tested on thousands of ears. Oticon claims it fits binaurally with a dome for 2 out of every 3 people on same-day treatment. No waiting 2 weeks for a custom device. If you've tried Completely-in-Canal hearing aids before and were disappointed with their performance, the Zeal addresses those concerns. It's great for people who prefer Completely-in-Canal devices for practical reasons. Maybe you wear glasses, maybe you're really active, or maybe you just prefer the aesthetics. But there are some important limitations. The Zeal currently only comes in their premium technology level. You're getting Oticon's absolute best processing, but that means it's more expensive. Your hearing loss also has to be considered. The Zeal is great for mild to moderate hearing losses. If you have a more severe loss or a profound hearing loss, you're going to need more power than the Zeal can provide. And then there's occlusion. If you have good low frequency hearing, wearing something that fills your ear canal causes that occlusion effect, which will make your voice sound really boomy and hollow, like you're talking in the bottom of a barrel. Research shows that occlusion is particularly problematic for people with hearing thresholds better than 30 decibels in the low frequencies. Behind the ear or receiver in the canal devices with open domes will work better for people with that low frequency hearing because we're not going to seal off the ear canal with those. Yes, the Zeal can be fit with vented domes, but any in-canal device causes more occlusion than an open-fit receiver in the canal. In my clinic, if someone has a mild hearing loss with good low frequencies, I'm going to have a very direct conversation about whether a Completely-in-Canal device like the Zeal is the right choice, or whether they'd be better served by an open-fit receiver in the canal. Now, great technology like the Zeal is only as good as how well it's been programmed by your audiologist. Real ear measurement verification is the gold standard, literally the only way to verify that your hearing aids are giving you the amplification that you need based on your unique ear anatomy. Sadly, still only about 30% of clinics actually do real ear measurements. Without that, your audiologist is programming based on manufacturer defaults that assume you have an average ear canal. Nobody has average ears. Make sure you're working with someone who uses real ear measurements every time. If they don't, find someone who does. Now, we've had the Zeal in our office for a few weeks now, and the initial patient feedback has been pretty positive. People are excited about the streaming capability, the rechargeability, and especially the discretion combined with performance. Obviously, it's still early. This is a new hearing aid in the United States. We're going to need more time to use these across different hearing losses in different situations. I'll do a more detailed review once I have that extended clinical experience, but what I'm seeing so far is encouraging. With the Zeal, Oticon has eliminated the traditional compromise between hidden hearing aids and hearing aid performance. Premium AI-powered processing, full connectivity, all-day rechargeability, same-day fitting in a package that sits invisibly in your ear canal. Is it perfect for everyone? No. If your hearing loss doesn't fit the right range, or your ears don't accommodate the devices very well, or you've got good low-frequency hearing where occlusion will be a problem, you will need a different option. But for many people with mild to moderate hearing loss who want discretion and performance, this is the most significant development I've seen in a long time. Are you dealing with hearing loss and concerned about how hearing aids will look? Have you ever tried a Completely-in-Canal hearing aid before and been disappointed? Drop a comment below. Your questions and comments help other viewers understand what they should be thinking about when it comes to hearing loss. If you want to learn more about hearing aid technology and how to choose the right device for your specific situation, I've put together a free online learning center with detailed guides on hearing aid selection and fitting. The link is in the description. And if you're here in Northern Utah and want help choosing the right hearing aids, whether that's the Zeal or something else, you can schedule an appointment with us online. That link is also in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.